Rockets leading by 7. And so in the game for the Rockets, we've got Jabari Smith. Green is out there with Whitmore. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Adams in at the center filling out the middle.
I love seeing Green capitalize from that mid-range. These shots help get him into a groove.
Pass to Looney. Here's Curry. No good from outside.
I'm going to say he hasn't found the same success here in the second half compared to what we saw from him in the first.
Smith sets the pick for Whitmore. That one doesn't drop. Nice defense from Kuminga. Looney down low. He's against Smith. And that one, good.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this win.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Green against Curry. Got a hand on it. Healed outside. Back to Curry. Now here's Healed. D right on him. Here's the three. Drills the three-pointer.
And that's what Healed is paid to do. Stretch the floor for this offense.
Rockets leading by 4. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Curry against Green. Adams down low. Smith for 3. They get it back. Houston moving the ball around. Adams with the screen on Heel. 5 to shoot. Whitmore. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
But he's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Curry looking around to the paint. Here's Looney. Rebound by Smith. For Houston, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. They grabbed their own miss. Adams' shot is good. And the Rockets lead by 8.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Curry outside. Rebound by Smith. The Rockets have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Green up on top, guarded by Curry. Here's Eason. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got 3 assists now in this one. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Outside Curry. Looney passes to Heald to stop the run. And he converts the layup.
Scoring close in. Heald is more than just a three-point gunner.
Rockets leading by 9. Now Whitmore. Pass to Green. Chalk up 2 there. Green's got 4 this quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Podziemski, he's checked in for the Warriors. And a switch here also for Houston. Van Vliet's checked in. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout. Now, he tore into his guys. He said, your body language is awful right now. You don't even look like you want to play right now. Should I sub in for you? Where's the drive to win? Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Yep, that one goes in there.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Rockets leading by 9. Outside, Green. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Up top, Podziemski. Guarded by Green. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Sinks the triple. Curry's got 27 points.
Simply the greatest shooter we have ever seen. Every time he makes another three-pointer, he's adding to the record.
Smith dishes to Green. Van Vliet outside. Just 5 on the clock. Takes it inside. That one goes in.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Curry. Pass to Looney. Down low. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Eason. Here's Smith. And Houston again with the bucket.
And that's a nice shot from mid-range there. Smith must continue to knock it down at that level.
Curry against Van Vliet. And the 3 off target.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Pass to Whitmore. Green deciding where to go with it. And that one drops. And now it's a 12-point Houston lead.
Although he is just 6 feet tall, Van Vliet has no issue going into the land of the Giants.
Here's Podziemski. Outside Curry. Rocket 6. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Fred Van Vliet picks one up. Well, we've seen this a few times, Richard. Players getting booed at home. And that's got to be painful for a player.
You get taken back a little bit. For some players, it's deserved, but it's always a surprise. But you have to be self-aware. Did you deserve to get booed? In most cases, it's true.
That's good from Stephen Curry.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Green, he's checked in for Looney. And it's Butler in for Moses Moody. And then for Houston, Şengün's checked in for Jabari Smith. And Amen Thompson subbed in for Cam Whitmore. And both free throws good for Curry. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
And RJ, even without a consistent jumper, Amen Thompson has proven to be a productive player.
And that jumper should develop over time. But he does everything else at a high level. He's extremely versatile, especially on that defensive end, Kevin.
First one falls for him. The Warriors making a switch here. Payton's checked in. And a switch here also for Houston. Brooks checked in for Tari Eason. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Thompson outside. Van Vliet outside. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Podziemski with it. Pass to Curry. Green with a screen on Van Vliet. It's Curry outside. Curry buries the three shot.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
Van Vliet against Curry. Fires from 14. It falls for his fifth field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Pass to Podziemski. Back to Curry. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
One shot.
That's good from Stephen Curry.
He's put in the work and worn down the defense. Now they're getting a little sloppy, and it's allowed them to get to the line more this half.
Van Vliet outside. Driving the lane. Can't hit from the low block. Warriors trail by 8. Now Podziemski. Here's Green. Doesn't go for him. Great defense that time from Şengün. Thompson finds Van Vliet. Şengün with the screen for Van Vliet. Buries the long-range jumper. Van Vliet's got 11 in the second half.
You got to get out on that. When you don't, Van Vliet will make you pay from downtown.
Outside, Green. Brooks against Payton. Outside, Curry. From the arc. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 5 assists tonight.
And he has been on fire this quarter in terms of his scoring. Hopefully, that fire spreads to his other guys and they can rally.
And it's Van Vliet with the ball for Houston. Outside, Green. Back to Van Vliet. Green with a screen on Curry. Inside. Another shot. And Green with the lay-in. Green's got 6 in the quarter.
And guys, the offensive rebounding really has stood out here this half. All those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead.
Curry fires from way outside. It's rebounded by Houston. Şengün's got 5 rebounds tonight. Screen by Şengün. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And another 3 for Houston.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
To the inside. Payton kicks the butt. To the middle. Here's Green. Lays it up off the glass.
Just won't be denied. Draymond's inside game, a strength.
Now here's Van Vliet. On the wing, Brooks, covered by Payton. Brooks with no one around. It's rebounded by Golden State. Curry's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Green. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Thompson passes to Van Vliet. Here he goes. Şengün. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Şengün's got 21.
Set him up, and Şengün executed the pick and roll to perfection.
Warriors trail by 13 with the step back. Butler against Thompson. A fader. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. 24 points for him.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Rockets leading by 11. Here's Van Vliet. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
Talk about being locked in. Superb focus from Van Vliet offensively so far.
Pass to Butler. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Guys, thanks. Well, Jimmy Butler is in the 5th stop of his NBA career. He'd been in a standoff with the Heat. As they hesitated to extend him at the number he desired, he knew there's going to be someone willing to pay up. And guys, I'm very interested to see how Butler fits in his new opportunity.
We'll continue to track that story. All right, Shams, thanks a lot.
And free throws have never really been an issue for Butler. Makes a living at the line.
Good on the second free throw.
Ooh, you hope that leaving points at the line won't come back to haunt them.
And here is Green. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Here's Van Vliet. Got a piece of it.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Houston.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And the strong effort here will convert into what will be their 50th win on the season. And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance, it was a big-time outing for Jalen Green.
And I loved his tenacity at the defensive end on the floor. Very disruptive all game long.
Van Vliet can't get it to go. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Heat, and he lays it straight in.
There's the all-around game of Butler. A nice assist to cash in on that possession.
They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly. If they just play smart, this game's over.
Curry against Van Vliet. Here's Şengün. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So we see Houston taking the W here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.